The name Zimbabwe means the house of stone, so it makes complete sense that we're about to have a talk about sculpture made by that country's largest ethnic group, the Shona, who have been at it since the 900s. That's 9, not 19. So over 11 centuries of tradition inspired by both religion and daily life.
Speaking of daily life, the nonprofit called Camba, is dedicated to improving the daily lives of thousands of New Yorkers, some 45,000 children and adults, immigrants, and the homeless. Here to tell us more about how Camba's 1,600 employees help and about Camba's 40th Anniversary Shona Sculpture Benefit sale, there's the info right there, is President and CEO and Flatbush native Joanne Oplusti. Thank you, Joanne, very much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about Camba and what drove this organization to come into existence?
Well, Camba is a not-for-profit that provides services to varying populations. We have programs in economic development, youth and family development, housing development, legal services, and education. More than 20 years ago, I met a couple of women who put on shows with Shona Sculpture for nonprofits only as fundraisers. So my background was I lived in Africa for 8 years in Tanzania, collected a lot of Makanda carvings, didn't actually know about the Shona sculptures. Yeah. So when I saw them, I just fell in love with them, and I thought this would be really an interesting fundraiser to have in Brooklyn. And over 20 years ago, Brooklyn was not so shishi. And it was hard to get people, crossing that bridge. They felt they needed, luggage and a passport and whatever. So, and it's affordable art. And I felt very strongly that I wanted to bring to Brooklyn art that was affordable to everybody. You can purchase pieces ranging from $60 to thousands of dollars. And the artists are first generation and second generation, some third. The first generation are the older artists, the more well-known nationally and internationally. And so we've been doing this for 20 years.
And you've also, going back to the days when Brooklyn wasn't so she-she, you didn't just dump a place down in Dumbo. You brought a gallery space and a beautiful show palace for these people in a neighborhood that was a little unexpected.
Yes, yeah, we're on 19 Winthrop Street in Flatbush, right off of Flatbush Avenue. It was, the building was a hospital where I was actually born. And yeah, my brother and a couple of my brothers and sisters and I were born there. And we purchased it, and when I saw the 4th floor, I said, this is Shona floor. And so we started doing our shows there and bringing people into Brooklyn.
That's amazing. Wow. So can you tell us more about some of the services Camba provides for people and the people that it's helping in Brooklyn?
We have, we're in over 30 schools providing after-school programs. We have numerous HIV programs. We do supportive housing development. We're actually building housing the housing is for formerly homeless and low-income individuals. We also manage a lot of scattered site apartments for people who are HIV or have mental illness. We have legal services. We work with immigrants and refugees. We do case management. We run 9 homeless shelters, family and singles, and we do a lot of homeless prevention. We have the UCAN van that goes around Brooklyn and targets people who we think might be potentially being evicted. And that's in Brooklyn, and then we're having another one retrofitted for Staten Island.
So all this amazing work, and it's partially subsidized by the sale of this amazing art.
Yes,
so if you can't get out and volunteer and use your body, you can use your checkbook and actually take home some beautiful
And it's
sculpture.
all online.
And it's all online as well. So I was fortunate enough to spend a year in Zimbabwe when I was an undergraduate, so I got to know a lot of Shona sculpture. But I was surprised to find that this is the largest Shona art gallery in the States.
Yes, yeah, we are. We just began collecting, and we love the sculpture, and it sells. And now that we're selling, we sell a lot online. Yeah. We need to keep the inventory up. And the gallery is always there. It's not always open, but if people want to come in by appointment,
Space. Yeah.
they can call us and we'll open the gallery up.
And what will the money be used for?
It's used to support the programs that we have. We're mostly funded, most of our money is 97% is probably government funding, and it's never enough.
Especially now, we know what's happening with the
Exactly.
government.
Yeah.
It's just some sculpture.
Yes, yeah. So it's able to support some of our programs.
So in our final minute here, we want to give you a chance to please plug the event again. Where and when is it? Can you tell us
We're
again?
having the opening reception is April 6th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at 19 Winthrop Street in Brooklyn, New York. And then April 7th, 8th, and 9th, it's open to the public for free. And we have the sale going on for those 3 days.
Yeah, go to the reception. $75 later,
Right.
you get this beautiful space. You get to put a shirt on.
We have filet mignon, you know.
And there's filet mignons. Come on, $75 later. It's more expensive not to go to the thing. Show up, buy some art. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you very much for having us. This is really terrific.
You can always buy online as well.
You can buy online. You can go to camba.org or shonasculptures.org.
Thank you. Not just to buy, to get involved in any way.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Joanne. We really appreciate you for being here.
Great. Thank you.